Well, hello there. Yes, it's Matthew Miller over in Whangarei, and yes, I'm attending a protest over at far north, and I'm just walking my way over there and just doing a video just along the way. And hello people, how you all doing? Yeah, because yesterday in New Zealand we actually went into level 2 yesterday at midday, and I was watching a Vinny Eastwood show on YouTube, and yes, on YouTube, and I just did a video just on the way there to far north, and yes, got my flag, got my camera here, I've got my phone here, we're going on my iPhone 11. Yeah. Yeah, because about this COVID-19 thing, and the contact tracer there, oh, there it is right there, and it says that physical distancing 2 meters, please use contactless payment. It says sign-in stop the virus, and there's a store capacity 15 max. Wow. Yeah. It's over at the gaming store there. Yeah. And yeah, just walking over to the traffic light, got across that road there. Fine off, it's just not far from here. Yeah, there's a lady wearing a mask there, breathing in her own CO2. Yeah, and it's real, man, by the time we put the oxygen sensor there, the alarm will be sounding by then because you're not getting enough oxygen for your body. Yeah. And mainstream news ain't gonna tell you that. They will not. Because they want you wearing a mask and not allowing yourself to get enough oxygen into your body. That's the thing. Yeah, because I was watching a video from the Upper Hand Ranch project, and he was showing a video about a fella doing the test, see if you're getting enough oxygen while you're wearing a mask, and finds out you're actually not getting enough oxygen, and you actually bring a viral load onto your body by breathing in your own CO2. Because CO2 is what we breathe out for the plants to breathe in. And yes, on this protest there, and I know there are going to be some opposition, and there's going to be some people trying to disrupt it. Yeah. So here we are here. Yeah. Hello here. Well, they're not waving back. Well, yeah, it's good to keep both hands on wheel, at least to wave, at least if you can, just only for a brief moment. Well, here we are. Yep.
Doesn't want us to know. They wouldn't be censoring us as much as they would if there was something that they weren't trying to hide, okay? And these officers respect, okay? They're doing their job.
Yeah. Exactly.
And they're doing the best they can. And everyone who they got into it with the best of their intentions, okay? And so we need to respect them, but also know that what the plan is that they might not know isn't gonna respect us. So we need to speak up while we can. And I'm so excited that you're all here. We thought it was just gonna be us two and my baby. So without further ado, this is our plan. Has everyone read the letter that we're planning on sending to the police? speaking to the police. Okay, well, you'll hear it because I'm going to say it.
Do you want to read it to them now or no, not later?
Yeah, we'll read it once we get to the police station. I'm originally from California, but I moved up to Mangatroto when this whole crazy stuff happened because I wanted to get out of Auckland. If anyone knows the way to the police station, maybe the police can lead us.
On our way
Okay,
here.
yeah. And feel free to film. I would love to get another narrative other than these fine journalists are trying to, I don't know what you're going to do, but might be able to say it, might be able to have a good idea to have the truth as well. And I love that you're filming. That's a great idea.
Yes, thank you.
And does anyone want to say anything to a group of like-minded individuals? This is so exciting. I didn't think that this many people would show up.
I think, well, I'd say something.
Yeah.
And the reason that I'm here today really is the biggest thing that prompts it is the COVID-19 response bill, which as a piece of legislation was put before Parliament with very few hours for anyone to have a look at it. That takes away one of the most basic freedoms that we have in this country is the shelter in our own homes.
Mm-hmm. And safety.
And safety of our own homes. And for many people in our country who are on the edge, the home is the only refuge that is there. Mm-hmm. And until now, that has been sacrosanct. And no person can come without a warrant into someone's home.
Yeah.
And under this bill, someone who's not a police officer, who's someone appointed by an agency, can come into someone's home.
Yeah.
And that, to me, is not okay.
Mm-hmm.
That is a basic freedom and right that needs to be respected. And that comes just about, there's a whole list of things I could add.
Yes.
But that's a good starting point.
Obviously, they passed the law that they can remove your children from school if they think, that they might have COVID. But you watch, it'll be the children of anyone that protests about this, it'll be taken away.
Yes.
Ooh.
And it's
This
not
is a big takeover.
it's the various pieces of legislation that are put together that creates it. So we've got the COVID-19 response bill. We've also got the censorship of social media that is there. There's a number of other pieces of legislation that are in the wings, and they all add up to give a level of power to the government that the government has not come back to us, to the people, to actually see what we feel about that.
Yes.
So that is a removal of our democratic right, a removal of our sovereign individuality in the name of something that is very obscure.
Yes. We're sovereign beings, and we're being controlled. And sovereign beings shouldn't be controlled. We're self-governing.
Exactly.
And the other thing is that, 1% is controlling all of this, and we need the 99% to wake up so that 1% isn't controlling us anymore.
Thank you.
And when we stand united, we're free.
And
We're
they're
absolutely
so afraid
free.
of that. They're so
Yes.
afraid of all of us waking up and realizing that we
That's
have
their
the
biggest
power.
fear. That's their
Yes,
biggest fear.
We are
Exactly.
New Zealand.
Yes.
They aren't.
Yes.
And it's 1% that's controlling us.
Yeah.
And they're 99. We just have to wake everyone up. So just wake up. Just plant a seed.
So
Exactly.
excited that there's this many people though, like
We have to
numbers
stand
are
united.
there.
We have to
Yeah.
stand united.
Yeah.
Yes.
And be and sovereign beings. And that's what we're here for. We're here for sovereignty, our sovereignty.
Exactly.
And that's
we
our
do
freedom.
Not consent. We do not consent.
Yes, exactly. Shall not consent. Shall not.
Shall we walk?
Let's do it.
Yes.
Please, you want to lead the way?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Should we?
What
Yeah.
time is it? What time is it? 10:05? We should wait, I think, a little bit longer.
Yeah, I think
It's only
so. 5 more
10:05.
minutes. Yeah.
Yes.
So the basic rules that the police said to keep safe, just stay on the sidewalk, don't go into the street.
Don't block anybody.
Yeah.
Don't block any businesses, and no loudness.
Yeah.
This
And
is
we want
peaceful.
this to be peaceful as
Yes.
possible. And if any of those crazy Antifa people show up, they are not a part of us, okay?
Yeah,
if anyone
and
starts being violent or anything, we just walk away. We're not a part of
Yes.
it, okay?
At least
We're
we can
peaceful.
point at them if
And
they
you can
do
write
something
that down
wrong.
that we're peaceful. That's what we
point
set
at
up to
them.
do. Nobody's planning on bashing anybody else.
We all consent to
We
peacefulness.
film it.
Crazy what's happening in Victoria, right? I mean,
Yes.
that's just across the water. It's the last
Yeah,
thing
across
we
the
want.
Tasman.
And if anybody has any questions, we brought flyers about how COVID-19 is a fraud.
Yes, so I'd like to have one, please.
Yeah. More like for people on the street who are walking by. But
I have one, please.
yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Does anyone want to sign? I brought an extra one.
My hands are full,
Let's put
thank
it
you.
out. There
Wow.
we go. One of our friends in Australia, she was charged and attacked by the police for not wearing a mask, and she was social distancing.
Yeah.
And she was waiting for her fish and chips in a park, and they threw her to the ground, and it was so abusive what they did to her. And they took her to jail.
But she's not Aboriginal, she did.
And then she was a few hours later, but it was absolutely horrible that there was no respect for the citizens.
And we
No.
got children
And she
here.
wasn't. She
What if you
wasn't
have
social-
a respiratory condition that you can't wear a mask? Or what if you know that it's bad for your health?
Well, that was another
Yeah.
person that had a medical condition, and the
you're not
cops
breathing your own
charged her
CO2.
as well, and she had a medical
I
note
mean,
in her
what
pocket.
how does that make us different from here, you know? I mean, it's so...
Yeah,
I'm not afraid, but it's...
we're eternal
You see the
beings.
public party? Woohoo!
Yes.
Power! Power to the people!
Yeah. Exactly.
Awesome. Where's Billy T.K? Doesn't he live here? He does.
He was on a dodgeball last night. Yeah, that's like I might be here. He was in dodgeball last night. I went to it. Just got
Oh,
done.
guys, the taxi's trying to get through. We can...
Well, yeah.
Yeah, let's-
If you want to walk to the...
I can say hello to this lady.
Well, people, if there's lockdown, I do not consent to it, and we should not be afraid. And I was doing a video on the way here as well, and will also be a part of this one as well. And the reason why I got this New Zealand flag, because I do stand for my own country, because I love this country. I want to be able to enjoy my time and my life in this country while I can, while I'm still living. And yes, there was people mentioning about Billy T.M.K, and I was over at his meeting last night. Hello, yeah. Doing good, thank you.
The wrong way.
Yes, sorry. Yep.
Go, kids. Yeah, stand up. So we're thinking of doing a chant on our walk over. It's only a 5-minute walk. And we're thinking of doing something positive, not like we love the do not consent for ourselves and our reality. But instead of doing we do not consent, how does everyone feel about saying we are sovereign beings?
Yes.
Yeah, I think the word sovereign
Yeah, sovereign
holds a lot
beings.
of power
Yeah.
and weight in that word. So so we'll
human
just
beings.
say we are sovereign beings. And
And for everyone, sovereign means self-governing.
Yes.
Self-governing, that's what it means.
Self-governing.
So that's, we're not being controlled.
yeah, free. We're free, but not like what how that word has been changed these days, you know?
Yeah.
We are sovereign. We will not consent to people coming into our houses. We will not consent to anything forced. Forced mask, forced vaccination, anything forced. We are sovereign. We can make our decisions. And we won't be told how to think either. We can think for ourselves. We can research for ourselves. I saw in the news yesterday a headline, and it said, thinking for yourself will cause more deaths. Like, we can't research for ourselves. It's crazy. It's all craziness. And we're the ones who they say are crazy, right?
Yeah.
But we know our truths, and I just love this. And this is me coming in today. When I was walking and I saw the police and I saw the reporter, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I getting into, right? And I said to myself, and this is my mantra: speak your truth, even if your voice is shaking. And even if everyone says that we're crazy and conspiracy theorists, and we all know about that MK Ultra, am I right? Okay, mind control, who knows? You can get deeper and deeper and people will discredit you. But we know in our hearts and in our sovereignty, our truth. And we will not consent to any of it. And today, I urge you to put out the reality of positivity, right? Because we make our own reality. So if we go out there and we say that this is our truth, and there's no lockdown, you can't lock down our minds, right?
Yeah.
So we'll go out there and we're gonna tell everyone that we are not afraid. Everyone who sees us today will know that there are other people who are not afraid, and that's it, okay? So we are sovereign beings.
We live in consciousness.
We are sovereign beings, we do not consent. There we go. Okay? Should we practice just before we start? Okay, ready? We are sovereign beings, and we do not consent. We are sovereign beings, we do not consent. Yeah.
We are sovereign beings.
Feel it in your heart.
Yes.
Yeah, feel it in your soul. We got this.
Okay.
All that craziness. I think this is a hell of a turnout. I genuinely thought it was going to be me, my roommate, and my baby. So I'm so excited. And so, did everyone find us? Raise your hands if you found us through Facebook through that event. Yep. Woohoo!
Yes.
Okay. So would you mind if I took a photo to post to that event? Because what we want to do is we want to do this again. Okay. So anyone who has a big thumbs up, if you don't mind me taking a photo. Thumbs down if you do. Any thumbs down? Thumbs down. Just thumbs down. Okay. Do you want to hide behind someone else? Yeah. If you don't want to be seen, just hide. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a photo. I should get the photographer to do it, right? It's probably better.